Hello guys, hi, welcome to stream. Njan streamer buddy. And ഇന്നത്തെ ടൈറ്റിൽ is pretty. എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ല ഗ്രാംബ്ലൂ സീസൺ 2 അപ്പം വരും വായി. വേറൊന്നുമല്ല, ഞാൻ ഗ്രാംബ്ലൂ മാങ്ക വായിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. ആൻഡ് I think I'm almost complete from where the manga is currently at. So I want more Granblue. Why are people not asking for a Granblue? I mean, I go to Twitter, I go to Reddit, I go to Twitter or X or whatever they call it, and I see. But I feel like I feel like we are not trying hard enough. But anyways, yeah, that's just my plight regarding Granblue. Dude, it gets better. I don't know how and why I expected it, but it gets better.
AKA Kaidi, Valk, and the Ghost of Viper.
If I may be honest, I find death.
Anyways, you know what? Yeah, I'm background video because I feel depressed.
And give his powers to. So he's like, oh, maybe this Billy kid, because he didn't let some psychopaths publicly beat a handicapped student. Yep, apparently that's enough to be considered. Very low standards. Yeah, so the wizard is like, say my name and take my powers, okay? Because I gotta die real quick. Oh, why does he have to die? Oh, well, because the bad guy Savannah messed him up and took away the 7 deadly sins.
We should call that sexual
I'll just take your word for it, that makes sense. Right, although could the wizard have done anything to stop the Savannah guy from doing that? Yeah, he probably could have shot a lightning bolt at the guy who was just accused.
I suggest we
Enemy landed near me.
Superhero. Wow. Yeah, the wizard tells him, you're gonna have the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the wisdom of Solomon. So he's like super wise and smart as the hero. Definitely gonna feel that way. Yeah, you're not gonna fix it? Okay. So anyway, Billy teams up with Freddy to do a bunch of tests and figure out what his powers are. How do they do that? By conveniently stumbling upon random acts of violence.
Everything is compliant.
Then there happens to be a robbery in the with these tests. Very cool. Yeah, like we have Billy do whatever dance is popular with the kids at the time of shooting, and Freddy's gonna shoot the whole thing and put it on his YouTube channel. Well, this does sound very fun.
Getting shot at.
Taking fire.
And then
I'm out of light ammo. Recharging machines, Guzzy.
oh my god, his decapitated body gets
Recharging
thrown out the
field.
window too, and from outside the office you can just see people get massacred through the tinted windows begging for their lives. Why are you doing this? It's the corpses. Savannah's father is still alive, so he has a demon to tear him apart. That's just such a turn. Yeah. It feels like tonally that was a massive shift. Is this a horror movie or a kids movie? Both. Sometimes when I feel like it, I don't know. Maybe you should, pick a thing. No. By the way, these demons have to look really scary. Is that something we can pull off? Depends what you want them to look like. Well, for example, people didn't really like the CGI on Superman, so if it could be better than that, that'd be great. Okay. And would you settle for... Yeah, sure, that works. Great.
Safety touchdown. We're already in the next ring.
Powers as the good guy, but he's... Well, I figure, hear me out here, we could do that too. Oh, well, so what else happens in the movie?
Getting shot at.
Practice subject. So he's like, well, the hero's gonna show up at lunch tomorrow, but then Billy snakes on him and doesn't go.
Throwing
yeah,
Arc
so
Star.
Freddy can't prove that he's friends with a
Recharging.
superhero. That's the biggest win. Why doesn't he show
You kill later.
the one running the
But that's
YouTube
one
channel
yet.
where all the videos
Under fire.
can't be original camera they were filming?
Charging up.
I don't know. Fair enough. So eventually Billy's gonna find his real mom that he's been looking for his whole life. Okay. And it turns out she intentionally abandoned him. Oh, she did? Yeah, they got split up
I have
at
a
a
subject in
carnival, and then
view,
she saw
right
him with
here.
some police
Delivering
officers,
frag.
and she was like, yeah, no, that's bad. Do that? Yeah, and apparently the police
Violence,
won't
no
do
good
that
drill.
at all. They won't ask around, they won't go to your home, they won't search for you for maiden name. Wow, I didn't know abandoning a child was so
Arc Star delivered.
easy.
Noxious gas deployed.
Class 3 going hard. Rolling with the wind. Enemy here. Pick them up. Under fire.
It's gonna be hard for them to.
Fields on that. Need some help here.
It's gonna be a big slugfest. What do they do against the monsters whenever they turn into smoke? Oh, the monsters are just not gonna do that anymore and also be much less violent than they were before. Oh, very considerate monsters. For sure. So then, yeah, the good guys win. Amazing. Then we're gonna have this end scene in the school cafeteria where Shazam walks in to see Shazam. And then we see Superman walk in all his glory. Henry Cavill's not available. And then we see Superman walk in from the shoulders down. There it is. And so, yeah, that's about it. Wow, well, it sounds like a lot of fun and also, you know, sometimes suddenly horrifying. Yeah, sometimes. So who do you think we should get to play the villain? Well, villains are tricky, you know. It's gonna take a lot of work. We gotta look around, find the right actor, someone who can be menacing, someone that's an unexpected choice. Man, that does sound like a lot of work. Or, you know, we could just cast someone who's played comic book villains before. Oh, that sounds easier. Let's do that. So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we could do a Birds of Prey movie featuring Harley Quinn. Oh, like she's gonna have a cameo? No, it's gonna be like 90% about Harley Quinn and how crazy she is. Oh, it is? Yeah, it's gonna be like Harley Quinn the movie. Oh, and also, by the way, Birds of Prey. Well, okay then. So what happens in this thing? Well, Harley Quinn and the Joker broke up, so now everybody that she wronged wants to kill her since she no longer has his protection. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, there are just people coming after her left and right. It's chaos. Very exciting. Yeah, and I really want this to focus on Harley Quinn, but I did think it'd be cool if we had like a little Joker cameo. Right, yeah, I got your email about that. I actually made a couple calls, got the ball rolling. Amazing. People are gonna love that. They sure are. I wasn't sure which one you wanted though, so I went ahead and got Murr. What?
Hi guys, super excited for this.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
What is going on? I got you one of the Jokers just like you wanted. If you wanted Sal, you should have specified Sal. Okay, I meant like the Joker, like the Jared Leto Joker. Oh, now that you say that, that makes a whole lot more sense.
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsie. All right, Murr, do you think you can find your way out?
Sure. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Okay, he stole my line. Yeah, he stole it. All right, bye.
Bye.
So can we get Jared Leto then? Oh, yeah, no, I don't want him figuring out my new address. He's gonna start sending me weird stuff again. Oh, yeah, that's probably smart. But what about Batman? Are we gonna have like a Batman cameo? Nope, but we are gonna have Bruce. Oh, like he's gonna show up as Bruce Wayne. No, Bruce is a hyena named after Bruce Wayne. Oh, so this movie's like crazy. Yeah. So what's the deal with this hyena? It's gonna be there, but then it's not, but then it is again. I love it. Anyway, so one of the people that wants Harley dead is this bad guy, Roman Sionis. And what's his deal? Well, he's evil. Isn't Harley Quinn like kind of evil as well? Yeah, but this guy's like over the top evil to make Harley look better to the audience. Gotcha. And this guy Sionis is like running the show in Gotham now in terms of crime. Where's the Joker? Out of town or something. I don't know, Florida? And what about other famous Gotham villains like Penguin or Riddler or Mr. Freeze? Well, sir, this is Gotham, but also, you know, extremely not. Oh, okay. So the Sionis guy captures Harley and he wants to cut her face off because that's a thing he does. Wow. But also he wants this diamond that has like a valuable code in it. So Harley's like, don't kill me. I could go find the diamond for you. Where's this diamond? Inside a child. Oh my God. Yeah, this little pickpocket girl, Cassandra Cain, steals the diamond and then swallows it after being arrested. So she becomes just the most adorable plot device. And so this bad guy agrees to not kill Harley if she could go get the diamond. He does, and then also sends a bunch of bad guys after it too. If he wants her dead, why is he doing that? Why not just kill her while he has her? Because she's the main character. Right, of course. So anyway, Harley goes to the police station to get this girl and just destroys everybody with a beanbag launcher. With what? Like a beanbag launcher. It shoots confetti too. It's really fun. Don't any of these cops have, you know, guns? Apparently not. So then she goes to get this girl out of her holding cell. Do the cops not follow her there? They do not. So then all the cells open and Harley has to fight a bunch of criminals. Oh man, how's she gonna get out of that situation? Well, they all take turns attacking her instead of ganging up, so she's able to fight them off pretty easily. Very considerate of them. It is. So then Harley brings this girl to her apartment because she doesn't want the bad guys to cut her open. She just wants her to poop out the diamond. Oh, valuable poops are tight. Yeah. Isn't she being hunted by everyone, including the police? Yep, she is. So then the police bang on the door.
Wow,
Why did she go to her apartment? Unclear, and then someone shoots like a
Thanks,
rocket at her
Leo.
place. Why did she go home? So then Harley calls Sionis to be like, all right, let's meet in an abandoned theme
Oh,
park
yeah,
because
boleh,
that's my
boleh.
brand. What happens to all the people that were just attacking her apartment? Clear, nice place to do some amusement park fun house thing, and she gets attacked by this cop, Renee
Enemy spotted.
Montoya. Oh, is she one of the birds of prey? She is, and she's wasted because stuff hasn't been going well for her at the police station. So I guess it'll be pretty easy for Harley to knock her out. Actually, they go blow for blow. It's a very even fight. Hasn't Harley been knocking down massive criminals with relative ease? How could she not fight one drunk lady? Well, Montoya is a more prominent character, which makes her harder to fight. Oh, okay. Anyway, then the other birds of prey show up too. And who are they? Well, there's this one named Huntress, right? And the diamond actually belongs to her family. They were on film, and they trained for years for revenge. Wow, sounds like this could be her movie. Yeah, super interesting story for sure. Really captivating stuff. So why isn't this her movie? Well, she hasn't proven her marketability yet. Oh, that's right. Somewhere in the background for sure then. There's also this singer lady who betrayed Sionis, and she goes by Black Canary. Wow, so the whole team's together? The whole team's together. So then Sionis shows up outside with like an army of bad guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, so a bunch of them run into the building to fight.
How was office? I guess tiring.
Well, these first few waves
ഞാൻ രാവിലെ പണിയെടുത്തു ഉച്ചയൊക്കെ ആയപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഗ്രാമ്പിൾ വായിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നു സോ and at some point I couldn't stop so pretty much എനിക്ക് ഓഫീസിൽ ഗ്രാമ്പിൾ മാത്രമേ ഓർമ്മയുള്ളൂ so I guess
One half of the squad's remain. My ultimate is ready.
Did they forget he was there? Yeah, that's actually something I learned from the writers of Game of Thrones. Turns out you can have characters just kind of forget about massive threats they knew about just moments before. Well, if there's one thing those guys know, it's how to write an ending, so I'm all in. Great. And so now the bad guys use guns, so you know it's really dangerous. Wow, is it going to be hard for them to beat them? Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Black Canary uses her superpowers and knocks everyone down with her voice. What? Yeah, she has superpowers. Is that something we established or knew about during the movie? We did. She broke the glass while singing, but that's about it. How come she didn't use that power as soon as she saw Sionis show up with all his men? I don't know. Very nice.
shoddy worker union, let's go. I mean, I wouldn't say shoddy worker. I did work the first half. Second half I couldn't, stop. I couldn't multitask with Grand Blue, so I had to let's just say read.
So you have a Wonder Woman sequel for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're going to start the movie with Diana as a kid back at Civil Spirit. Okay, and what's she up to? Well, she's
Okay, maybe semi shoddy worker or something. Second half shoddy worker or something like that. But I did work in the first half.
Message to start the movie off. It's going to take a full 11 minutes. Oh my god. So then
Yo.
we're going to jump forward to the 1980s, which is when this movie takes place. Okay, so like 30, 40 years ago. Oh, I don't enjoy that that's a true thing. So anyway, Diana is still super heartbroken about Steve Trevor dying in the first movie. He's all she can think about. Really, after all that time? Yeah, well, I mean, you got to understand, this was a really good guy she knew for a couple of days 7 decades ago. Well, yeah. So anyway, Diana's working in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian, and she has a new coworker named Barbara. And what's her deal? Oh, well, she's a freaking nerd, sir. She can't even walk in heels. Oh, embarrassing, disgusting, and pathetic. I bet nobody likes her. Yeah, and so there's this artifact called the Dream Stone, and that's what this movie's gonna focus on. Oh, what's this thing do? Oh, this thing's freaking nuts. It grants wishes, but it takes something in return. A very magical stone. Yeah, and this phony business guy, Max here, he gets his hand on it, and he wishes to become the Dream Stone. Oh, so he turns to stone. The way that was phrased, but no, now he can grant people's wishes when they touch him, and he can take something in return. And do Barbara and Diana get wishes in before he does that? They do. Barbara wishes to be more like Diana, so she gets some
Spotted
nice
a
clothes.
subject over there. Adding another gas trap.
Walking heels. Now that's impressive, right? She's not pathetic. As you know, makes people automatically more attractive.
Oh, fuck.
That's just good character.
What does that need?
So Diana's gonna wish for Steve Trevor to come back to life, and this way we can people like Chris Pine, you know what, they just appear out of thin air. This consciousness goes to this random guy, but we see those concepts don't make things show up. No, it's a giant wall. I don't know. This guy has a job and a family. Get off of there. Oh, that felt vaguely threatening, so I'm going to get off your back about that. Great, and so then Diana hops do that using a stranger's body. That's gotta be crossing the line. That's not okay. We're gonna have to do it anyway, and I find it strange that you've immediately got back on my back about that. I mean, it's actually a really easy fix. Just have Steve Trevor show up as himself. So then that Max Lord guy makes himself super rich, and he goes to Egypt to take some guy's oil and make himself even richer. Okay, so Steve and Diana, they gotta get
കളയാൻ ഈ ഗ്രാംബ്ലൂ ബാക്കി വായിക്കണം കേട്ടോ. It gets better.
Don't go thinking I owe you the guy who's possessing probably
എൻ്റെ മോനെ എനിക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ പറയണമെന്നറിയാം. It gets better എൻ്റെ മോനെ. I mean at least until where I read. So I don't know about the. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ കുറച്ചേരം കാശ് സേവ് ചെയ്യായിരുന്നു. ബട്ട് ഫക്ക് ഇറ്റ്, ഞാൻ ഇതുകൊണ്ട് ബാക്കി ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ കളക്ഷൻ നിർത്തി വെച്ച് അവിടെ നിന്ന് ബാക്കി വാങ്ങാൻ തുടങ്ങി മാങ്ക.
So there you go. Okay, but a plane is a plane. Are you implying that a plane's not a plane? Because a plane is a plane. I mean, that's just such a vague general statement. A plane is a plane. Okay. So then they're being chased because of the jet theft, and so Wonder Woman goes ahead and gets with invisible. She gets her invisible.
പക്ഷേ 2 attacks. I know. I get it. Like our voice acting ആണ്. Dude, I read the manga. I know the anime will be better.
So they go to Egypt and they have a big chase scene with Max Lord.
ഗ്രാംബ്ലൂ സബ്റെഡിറ്റിൽ എന്ത് ഗ്രാംബ്ലൂ സബ്റെഡിറ്റിൽ ഇടയ്ക്ക് പാനൽസ് കാണും. ഓ യാ ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. ബ്രോ കോഹെ എനിക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെയോ പറയണമെന്നുണ്ട്, ബട്ട് എവറിത്തിങ് സ്പോയിലേഴ്സ്. അയ്യോ എവിടെ നിന്നടി?
So she could have just as easily been. So then we're gonna have a barely visible fight scene, and Barbara's gonna get electrocuted.
No! I killed people! No! നല്ല സൗണ്ട്. നെമസിസ് കൊള്ളാം. നൈസ്. നെമസിസ് അടിപൊളി കണ്ണാണ്. ബട്ട് എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാൻ അറിയത്തില്ല. ഐ എം നോട്ട് വെരി ഗുഡ് വിത്ത് ബേസ്റ്റ് വെപ്പൺസ് അതർ ദാൻ ഹെംലോക്ക്. ബട്ട് വളരെ നല്ല കണ്ണാണ്. അവൻ ലീവ് ചെയ്തോ?
Shields are recharging.
Oh wow, it's gonna be tough for her to defeat him if she can't reach him, actually. It's barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Yeah, see, she gets her lasso around his ankle and then she's gonna pop everybody through him. I thought you couldn't get through with that thing. Oh yeah? Good. Then. Good. But that well, okay then. So then she tells everybody to renounce their wishes because nothing good comes from lying. And everybody does it. Everybody does it, including Max Lord, who suddenly cares about his son and has been actively ignoring the whole movie. And so what if someone with a
10 seconds remain. The ring is close.
They would have to renounce that because that's not the truth. What if a blind person wished to be able to see? That's the short path to being able to see. So that's
കളിപ്പിയർസണെങ്കിൽ ആവശ്യമുണ്ടോ?
Use the map as your guide. The ring is moving.
yeah, okay. This movie works like everybody uses for something selfish or violent, so we're gonna have to pretend like that's the case, okay? Oh, pretending is tight. Okay, let's do it. Okay, thank God. So then Max Lord is gonna go.
എത്രയുണ്ട്? ഓക്കെ 4 സെൽ ബാറ്ററി. ഒരു മെഡിക്കറ്റ്.
Enemy spotted. Far.
You know what happened to Barbara? Oh, she's not a cat anymore.
ഫക്ക്. ഓ ഞാൻ ഗ്രനേഡ് ഞെക്കിയില്ലേ?
Maybe next time.
time.
I mean,
You
I
should
feel
try a
like
different
using a
path.
strange man's body is just so deeply strange and raises so many messed up questions. Right. Maybe nobody else knows how weird it is. Yeah, I guess that is a possibility. Okay, let's do it.
Defend there!
Hey guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch meeting. I hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button and the subscribe button and leave a comment and all the YouTube standard things. Also, let me know if you have ideas for other movies I should do pitches for. As always, check back soon for a new video. Bye-bye.
Next game. Oh, പുല്ല് season update ഉണ്ടോ? Hopefully, sorry,
So,
update.
you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So it's based on this fantasy book series, right? Which has sold a lot of copies. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got bored by the word book there for a second, but I'm listening now. So what's this series about? Well, it's called Harry Potter, sir, and it's about this kid called Harry Potter. I understand completely. And so this evil wizard Voldemort tried to kill Harry and his parents when he was a baby, right? But not only did Harry survive, it seems like he killed Voldemort. Retaliatory babies are tight. Actually, he was like protected by the power of his dying mother's love. Oh, his mother's love is tight. I don't know about that sentence. I don't love how it sounded either, but I said it and there's no taking it back. So anyway, we're gonna meet this wizard Dumbledore, right? And he wants to leave baby Harry with his non-magical family, but he doesn't want to be seen doing magic in the suburbs. So what does he do? He does some magic in the suburbs. He turns all the streetlights into flying magic balls and zips them down the street at him. I think walking down the street normally might have drawn less attention than the magic flying light balls. Maybe. So Dumbledore's gonna explain to these other wizards, Hagrid and Professor McGonagall, that Harry's gonna be famous in the wizarding world, so it's better for him to grow up away from all that. I guess that's better. So he's like, let's just leave Harry in an abusive family for a decade and then kind of spring all this on him when he's a 10-year-old. And that's better than growing up rich and famous. That's what Dumbledore's going with. So then Harry's about to turn 11 and he starts receiving letters from this magic school called Hogwarts, where Dumbledore's the headmaster. Okay, but his family, they don't like him. They don't want him to read these letters. Why not? Because they hate him so much they want to keep him around. I don't know. That works. So the uncle keeps destroying these letters and they keep showing up, but Harry just can't get his hands on one long enough to read it. Wow, well, it's too bad they don't have a magical letter that just kind of shouts the message at you. Well, no, actually, they do have that. Those are called howlers. Oh, sounds like maybe they just could have sent him one of those. Well, we don't introduce them till a future movie, so that's as good as them not existing right now. That makes sense. So anyway, then that Hagrid guy shows up and tells Harry that he's a wizard and takes him away from his family. Very exciting. So Hagrid brings him to get all the stuff he needs for school, like he gets an owl named Hedwig. Oh, Hedwig. Yeah, he's super cute. Don't get too attached. What? Oh, and also Harry has to get a wand, right? So he goes to this place called Ollivander's and just destroys the place. Does he get in trouble? No, that just kind of seems like this guy's way of doing things. Just let children destroy his stuff until they find a wand that works. Interesting business model. So anyway, eventually Harry gets on the train to Hogwarts and he meets this kid Ron Weasley and he's got a rat on his crotch. Oh my god. Oh yeah, no, it sounds gross, but in a later movie we're gonna find out that the rat is actually a middle-aged man disguised as a rat. Oh, that's so much worse. Oh yeah, I guess that is worse. Anyway, turns out Ron's poor, so Harry buys all the candy on the cart for just the two of them. Okay, kind of a jerk move actually. What if the other kids on the train wanted some candy? Well, that's too bad, because Harry's rich and rich people get what they want. That is true, yeah. And then they also meet this know-it-all Hermione and they get to Hogwarts together. Oh boy, and what happens there? Well, this Draco Malfoy kid wants to be Harry's friend, but he's super mean to Ron, so Harry's like, no thank you. Oh, okay, that's a nice move. Yeah, so he chooses to be friends with Ron instead, who's so mean to Hermione that she cries in a bathroom. Oh my god. So then all the new students get sorted into these 4 houses, one of which is just for the evil kids. Why would they have that? And then the school year begins. Wow, so what kind of stuff are they gonna do? Oh, just all kinds of life-threatening things. Oh, very dangerous. They also celebrate Christmas. Wizards celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Yeah, even though a lot of his miracles are things they learn as 11-year-olds, turns out the wizarding world developed the same religious practices as non-magical people. So anyway, throughout the movie, they start suspecting that this evil-looking Professor Snape is after this magical stone. Oh, is it magical? Oh, this freaking thing can make you immortal. They see Snape doing kind of sketchy things, so they think he wants to bring Voldemort back to life. What kind of sketchy stuff? Like at a certain point, it seems like he's trying to make Harry fall off his flying broomstick, so Hermione sets him on fire. Holy, she just straight up murders a guy? I don't like it's relevant, okay? Oh, okay. But at the end of the movie, we're gonna find out it was actually this Professor Quirrell guy who was trying to jinx the broom, and the fire made him lose his eye contact. Why didn't he just restart the jinxing after the fire was out? I don't know. Fair enough. So eventually they find out that the stone is actually in Hogwarts, and a bunch of professors put spells to try to keep it safe. Okay. And so Harry and Ron and Hermione, they decide they need to stop Snape from getting it. So what are some of these challenges? Well, the first one is a giant three-headed dog that you need to get past to get into this little trap door in this little room. Is a dog locked in a room for a full year? That's kind of messed up. No, it's not. Oh, okay. And then there are going to be a couple more, like a giant chess game where you have to sit on the pieces and you get attacked. Oh, yeah. And so Ron falls from like 3 feet in the air, and then he's, you know, just kind of a big drama queen about it. Very dramatic. So now Hermione has to help Ron, and Harry carries on by himself. And how does that go? He ends up finding Professor Quirrell standing in front of this mirror, trying to figure out how to get the stone out of it. Oh, okay. And then he reveals that he's actually had the Dark Lord Voldemort's face under his turban this whole time. Oh. Must have been very awkward for him to poop all year. Yeah, no, can't imagine those were pleasant for either of them. You think he ever went to scratch his head and accidentally poked the Dark Lord in the eye? You know, maybe. You think they said goodnight to each other before bed every night, or was it just awkward silence? I don't know. Maybe let's not think about this too much. Oh, okay. Anyway, so then the stone magically appears in Harry's pocket because of the magic mirror. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. So now Professor Quirrell comes after him. Oh man, it's gonna be tough for him to defend himself against a full-grown man and the tiny face of a dead man. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, it turns out his mom's love is like super plot armor, so he turns Professor Quirrell to dust.
So there's many powerful skulls warring against each other. A magical raccoon.
Good luck. Have fun. Harry and all his friends a bunch of points for killing that man. Yeah, the guy's been alive for like 600 years, so he's okay, just
First takedown!
It is not my time.
Enemy down!
Help, buddy.
What are you talking about? The way he waves? It's perfectly normal. Okay, I mean, all right, so then that's it. What do you think? Well, you know, sounds like
breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Having Harry living in their house. So what do? Well, they make sure Harry can't leave their house.
No
There's
power,
no problem with that
no
logic, sure.
fun.
But then Harry gets rescued by the Weasley kids in a flying car, so he escapes. Oh boy.
down.
And so she's the one who opened this. So what is this monster? It's called a basilisk, and it's this massive snake that was moving through the school's plumbing. How big are the school's pipes? These wizard kids eat a lot, sir. Food just kind of appears. That's a good point. That's a lot of food. And if you make eye contact with a basilisk, you die. But everybody
Ever
sighs
see a gun this big?
and the giant snake doesn't eat anyone afterwards. No, it just swoops them and back to where they started. By throwing it in a toilet. That is.
Wow, you're really good at this. Madam, enemy down. Come on, you gotta do better than that.
No power,
Taking
no
that
fun.
seems like the worst teacher they could bring. Yeah, he is.
They didn't even see it coming. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
Backfires and he erases his own memory.
Enemy down. I think he had too much cactus juice. Wow, you're really good at this.
Fox shows up out of nowhere and he fights
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Wow, you're pretty good at this.
Minions have reached your portal out of battle. Retreat!
Things are heating up.
very sneaky. It is. And Harry tricks Lucius into setting his house elf Dobby free. How does he manage that? Listen, the only way to set a house elf free is to present them with clothes. So it's literally if you accidentally hand them clothes, they're free. Now that makes for
Wow, you're really good at this. Enemy down. Wow, you're really good at this. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. I think he had too much cactus juice. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Ally down. Madam. Enemy down. Double kill.
Sir, I feel like it's clear at this point that wizards have like zero. This year is completely Dumbledore gives an annual opening speech, you know, about all the different ways the kids might die this year. Oh, this guy freaking hates wizards. A very considerate dark wizard. It's even like this year is this
I think he had too much cactus juice. Not even breaking a
So the trick to defeating a bogger is
Things are heating up. Baron.
this name on the map Peter.
Come on. You gotta do better than that. That one went whoosh and the other was like wham! Wow, you're really good at this. That did enemy down.
Gross, sir.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this.
And then Lupin pops out too. It turns out they're buddies. Not super naked.
See that hurt? Wow, you're really good at this. Enemy down. I think he had too much cactus juice. Enemy keeps coming. That guy stinks.
Help themselves. Alright? As a time machine, someone's interested with this time turner device.
Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Enemy down. Ally down. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. Double kill.
Hello, hi, welcome to stream.
I think he had too much cactus juice. Enemy down. I didn't even see it coming. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. That one went whoosh and the other was like wham! Enemy down.
Just a little bit. Is that the only thing going on here?
Things are heating up. Maybe it's time to pack up and go things.
Yo.
Not a single person saw him there, and he wasn't affected by the fire or smoke. That's where we're going, right? And then it's
Ready?
You got big plans. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team's got this. I think he had too much cactus juice. Enemy down.
That's a good point.
There's always time to learn. Ally down.
Why would this be a thing? Because they really want to know which school has the best wizard child. So that's got to be on the table.
They didn't even see it coming.
Here, Harry's got to do see it. That's so how is he scared? Got it. If they think Draco Malfoy is going to drop out of the tree and make fun of him. What?
I think he had too much cactus juice.
One of his eyes is magic and zooms in like a camera lens and goes, is it magic? Why is it making mechanical lenses? Unclear, but anyway. Moody was actually that party crowd junior guy the whole time taking college classes. So very twisty, extremely, sir. So for the first event, Harry's got to steal an egg from a dragon. Oh boy, this one breaks loose from the chain and chases Harry around Hogwarts.
Come on, you gotta do better than that. They should probably stop. They won't let you double kill. Wow, you're really good at this. Things are heating up. Not even breaking a sweat. Our team, they didn't even see it coming.
Get tied up underwater. But also, girl, since her big sister got eliminated.
Come on, you gotta do better than that.
Some extra points for bravery because he does that any chance he gets. So he just kidnaps some kids against their will, put them underwater, and we're gonna let them drown if the champions fail the task. Yeah, that little girl would have drowned to death if Harry hadn't saved her. Yeah, because like I said, they gotta know which young wizard is the best young wizard. So yeah, she would have drowned. Wizards are not okay people, I think. Anyway, everybody in the stands goes nuts, obviously. What were they watching the whole time? Just the lake? Yeah, they were staring at a lake for an hour, so that's a fun activity to watch. Staring at lakes is tight. Yeah. So what's the next event gonna be? They're all gonna stare at some hedges. Thrilling. Yeah, the final challenge is this giant hedge maze to find the Triwizard Cup, but it grabs you with its plantiness, so it's very scary. Man, Hogwarts just has the most violent vegetation. It sure does, sir. So then Harry and Cedric grab the cup at the exact same time, but it was a port key and it teleports them to a graveyard. Spooky. Very spooky, sir. And then Wormtail's gonna pop out with a little baby Voldemort and kill Cedric. You know, I'm actually shocked it's taken 4 years for a kid to die. So it turns out Barty Crouch Jr. planned this whole thing because they needed a bit of Harry's blood to bring Voldemort back to life. He taught a class for a full year to get a couple of drops of blood. Yeah, and put his name in the Goblet of Fire and kind of laid out the path for him to be the one to touch the port key. He could have just pricked him with a needle and then ran away. Yeah, but that'd make for a very, very quick movie, so he's gonna go with this overly complicated plan. That makes it more exciting, I guess. So anyway, then Voldemort gets a full body again. Uh-oh. Yeah, except for the nose. That doesn't grow in for some reason. Maybe he's a late bloomer. Maybe it'll grow in later. It won't. So now Voldemort wants to kill Harry. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to survive an encounter with the Dark Lord. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because he gets some help from a couple of friendly ghosts. Oh. Do these ones try to look at his wiener? No, these ghosts are his parents' ghosts. And also Cedric is a ghost, and he's pretty chill about being dead. Our ghost back up. Yeah, so then Harry's able to grab the port key and go back to the tournament. Well, good thing it was a two-way port key. It worked out pretty well, sir. So then everybody's in shock that Cedric is dead, and Harry takes off with Mad-Eye Moody. And does Harry figure out that it's not the real Mad-Eye Moody? He does, and then this guy recaps the entire school year for so long that Dumbledore and some teachers have time to bust in and help Harry. Oh, great. Yeah, and then coincidentally, coincidentally, at that very moment, his polyjuice potion runs out. Fantastic dramatic potion timing. Definitely. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like a great Harry Potter movie, you know? Thank you. I just feel kind of bad for whatever actor's gonna play that Cedric Diggory character, you know? In all probability, that'll be the biggest role of his career. Yeah, poor guy. So, you have a new Harry Potter movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. An Order of the Phoenix is the name of this one. Oh, like a group of urologists? No, Phoenix. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, they're a bunch of wizards. In Arizona. No? Okay, keep going. I'll catch on eventually, probably. All right, so Harry's swinging on a swing set like a little boy, and Dudley comes to pick on him, and let me tell you, he's totally changed his clothing style. Nice. But then they get attacked by some Dementors who show them their scary butthole mouths. Oh, no. Yeah, so then Harry uses his Patronus charm to get rid of them, but then he finds out he's been expelled from Hogwarts for doing that. Well, that doesn't seem fair. No, it doesn't, so Dumbledore manages to get the Ministry to agree to at least a hearing. Well, good. So this group of wizards called the Order of the Phoenix pick him up from the Dursleys on some magic brooms, and they fly past some awesome London landmarks. They make him fly through public spaces on a magic broom because he's got to go to a hearing about having done underage magic in public. That's right, sir. So then Dumbledore manages to keep Harry at Hogwarts, but the Ministry's up to some funny business. Oh, they are? Yeah, see, they're doing everything they can to stop people from believing that Voldemort might be back. Oh, very sketchy. Yeah, and they put one of their people, Dolores Umbridge, at Hogwarts as the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. And what's her deal? Well, she's this short little lady, wears a lot of pink, really likes cats. Oh, she doesn't sound so bad. She's the absolute worst, and people are gonna hate her more than they hate Voldemort. Oh, my God. Yeah, she's super snooty and mean, and she even interrupts Dumbledore's annual intro speech about how all the students are in grave danger. Oh, but he loves giving that speech. He really does, sir. Oh, and also since Harry saw Cedric die in the last movie, he can now see these creatures called Thestrals, which you can only see when you've seen someone die. He saw his mom die. Oh, yeah, he did, but he was too young to understand what death was. He watched Professor Quirrell die just a couple of years ago. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the situation about that one is I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about it. Oh, okay, let me get off of that back of yours. So anyway, Umbridge says she's not gonna teach the students any defense spells, so Harry gets mad. He does? Yeah, he's
What?
like,
What is this?
Voldemort is back. I watched him murder Cedric Diggory. Wormtail murdered Cedric. Voldemort was still a little baby. Oh yeah, whoops. Whoopsie. Anyway, so Umbridge gives Harry detention and makes him use a quill that carves into your flesh. Oh, which is not normal. Oh, it's not. Okay, sorry. It just seems like Hogwarts students are always being forced to do like super violent, dangerous things. It felt on brand, but that's not normal.
Frostmat can be removed by yourself without the help of a teammate.
Imposing a bunch of crazy rules
What?
and posting them up on a wall where you can't even see them, and the students are getting pissed. So what are they gonna do? Well, they make a secret club called Dumbledore's Army, and Harry starts teaching everybody spells in the Room of Requirement. Oh, that's that room where you get the requirements in there. That's the one. So the bad guys know that they're doing something in this specific spot, but they just can't catch them in the act. Oh, catching people in the act is tight. What? That's why I'm always kicking down motel room doors. Oh my God. So then what happens? You might be going to jail, sir. So then we have a really romantic scene where Harry kisses Cho Chang. Aww. In front of a picture of the guy she was dating, you know, the recently deceased one? Oh. As she's crying about him. Oh. Anyway, so eventually Umbridge forces Cho to tell them where everybody's practicing, and then she busts down the wall. I thought they already knew where the meetings were. They did. So why didn't Umbridge break down that wall earlier? Unclear. And so since they called themselves Dumbledore's Army, he takes the blame for everything and escapes by clapping on a bird. Oh, wow. So then Umbridge becomes headmaster and she starts controlling everything. It gets real crappy. Oh no. And Harry eventually has this magical vision of Sirius being attacked in the Ministry of Magic, so they gotta get there ASAP. How are they gonna do that? Well, the only usable Floo network fireplace is in Umbridge's office, so they try to use it, but she busts them. Uh-oh, it's gonna be hard for them to get there with Umbridge on their back. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, they trick her into going into the Forbidden Forest by saying that Dumbledore had a secret weapon in there. She just believes them and goes with them into the forest with no backup? She does, and then some centaurs and Hagrid's half-brother mess her up and drag her away. Amazing, so now they can go to the Ministry. Exactly, so they hop on some Thestrals and fly over there. Why don't they just use the Umbridge's office since she's out of the picture now? I don't know. So they get there and go into the Department of Mysteries, which has these prophecy balls stacked super high up. Oh, very highly stacked balls. Yeah, they need to find this one about Harry Potter and Voldemort, so then they do, and they grab it. Well, thank God it wasn't one of the ones at the top of the stack. It worked out great, but then some Death Eaters pop out, and it turns out it was all a trick.
Oh no.
Yeah, because see, the only person who can take a prophecy is the person who the prophecy is about, and Voldemort really wanted to know what was in this one.
If it was also about Voldemort, couldn't he have grabbed it?
Yeah, he's like a big boss guy. He doesn't do stuff himself.
That's a good point.
And we're also going to see that one of the bad guys is Sirius's cousin, Bellatrix Lestrange.
And what's her deal?
Oh, well, she actually tortured and killed Neville's parents when he was a baby. So when she sees them, she's like, hey, Neville.
Friendly
how's your
drone
parents
deployed.
doing?"
Op 4 is reinforcing its
Recognize
location.
him if she last saw him as a baby.
Oh, I don't. Magic, probably. I guess. I don't know. That makes sense.
So anyway, then the Order of the Phoenix all show up, and there's this big fight, and then Bellatrix kills Sirius.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Harry's all pissed and he wants to kill Bellatrix, but then Voldemort pops out. Whoa.
Insertion in 10
But then
seconds.
Dumbledore pops out too. Whoa.
These wizards are all about popping out.
They
5
are,
seconds
sir.
to
So then
insertion.
there's this big old duel, and then Voldemort gives Harry a terrifying vision of Voldemort in a hoodie.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah, and it's a zip-up hoodie too.
He has no business wearing that.
Anyway, so then Harry manages to make Voldemort leave with the power of friendship or something.
Oh, the power of friendship is unstoppable. Give me a high five, my dude.
No, thank you. That'd be way too complicated editing-wise. So then Harry gets back with his friends, and he's like, "I'm thinking we have something Voldemort doesn't."
Noses.
Well, yeah, but also something worth fighting for.
Very cute. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like money. We should start shooting ASAP, so then we can start shooting the next one. The next one?
Yeah, I mean, at a reasonable pace, right? Want to make sure all the cast and crew are all good. Of course.
Their well-being is always our top priority.
So the Death Eaters are getting
One Op 4
real
remaining.
bold, right? Like they straight up destroy the Millennium Bridge in London. Bad guys do
Yeah, they do. Doesn't Harry Potter technically take place in the 90s, though?
It does, yeah.
Wasn't that bridge built in the year 2000?
There's no way for me to know that, sir.
Okay, but there is, though.
Actually, no. So we're gonna meet up with Harry Potter, and he's straight up reading a magical newspaper in front of Muggles in a coffee
Bomb
shop.
diffusion
This guy
initiated.
never learns
Protect
not to
the
do
diffuser.
magical stuff in front of Muggles.
He certainly doesn't, sir. So he has this flirty thing going on with this girl, but then Dumbledore pops up like, hey, no, Harry, it's time for an annual child endangerment plan.
Op
That's
4
cute. That's his
neutralized.
favorite
Mission
thing.
successful.
Kids in mortal danger.
Yeah, so Dumbledore needs some crucial information from this Professor Slughorn guy that was Voldemort's teacher back in the day.
Okay.
But Slughorn is ashamed, and so he's hiding the truth. But Dumbledore needs this information. You know, the fate of the world is at stake.
Wow, so I guess he can use some of that truth serum stuff on him, huh? If the world is in danger.
Yeah, I guess so, but instead he's gonna hire this guy as a teacher for an entire school year and send a teenager with PTSD on a multiple month-long spy mission.
Yeah, I mean, that plan works too. That's just as good.
Plus, Voldemort usually attacks at the end of the school year, so there's plenty of time here.
That's a good point, sure.
And so also Draco Malfoy has been tasked with killing Dumbledore, and Professor Snape takes an unbreakable vow to protect him.
Wow, an unbreakable vow, huh? Can that be broken?
No.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
So eventually the school year starts, and Harry gets this huge textbook
Friendly
that
drone
says it
deployed.
belonged to the
Op 4 is
Half-Blood
reinforcing
Prince.
its location.
And this thing has handwritten instructions in it that are better than the actual book instructions, and so Harry makes the perfect liquid death potion.
Feels kind of dangerous to have a bunch of teenagers try to make liquid death potion.
Yeah, but this is Hogwarts, so they don't really teach kids anything unless it could lead to them dying a horrible death.
Fair enough.
So
10
because
seconds to
Harry made
insertion.
the best liquid death potion, Professor Slughorn gives him a vial of liquid
5
luck.
seconds
What's
before
that?
insertion.
What's this frickin' potion that gives you incredible luck, but it's pretty hard to make, so it's pretty rare.
Couldn't you take some and then while you have incredible luck, try to make some more?
Hey, shut up. And so Harry has this bottle he can use anytime.
Wow, so I guess he uses it to get the information he needs from Slughorn, huh?
Yeah, he'll eventually get around to doing that towards the end of the school year, but right now we gotta focus on the rest of the movie.
Oh, that's right. In the book, there's the whole mystery about who the Half-Blood Prince is, and Harry learning a bunch of stuff about Voldemort's past.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be in here a tiny bit, but that's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about then?
Teenage romance.
Oh, right, okay. I don't want to know a lot more about the evil Dark Lord and the potential end of the world, though.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is mostly going on in the background, but did you know that Ginny Weasley is dating Dean Thomas?
No, I guess I didn't know that.
Ron starts dating Lavender Brown, who's completely changed since her first years at Hogwarts.
Oh, like she grew up.
She's white now, she didn't used to be.
Oh my God.
Hermione's jealous of their relationship because she has a crush on Ron.
What's going on with Voldemort, though? And eventually, Ginny and Dean Thomas break up, so now Harry's got a shot with her. All right, I mean, okay, do they at least have good chemistry? Not even a little. It's gonna be super hard to watch. Dang. So she's gonna feed him a little cookie and tie his shoes for him. And you'll never guess who Hermione invites to Slughorn's Christmas party. I don't particularly care. Cormac McClagish. Sure, okay, all right. The world's in danger, though, right? Should we maybe spend a bit of time on that? And Slughorn taught his students how to make a love potion. Ron accidentally takes some that was meant for Harry. Love potion, right? That thing that J.K. included in the book with horrible moral implications. And while he's in the hospital wing, he asks for Hermione instead of Lavender, so him and Lavender break up. Okay, can we do some kind of action scene, maybe, please? What, I'll have some Death Eaters set the Weasley house on fire. Does that happen in the book? No. Isn't that something they could pretty easily put out with magic? Probably, yeah. Watch it happen and look all I mean, it's not a love scene, so that does feel like a breath of fresh air to me. Oh, and also throughout the movie, we're gonna sprinkle in little scenes of Draco Malfoy walking around Hogwarts all sketchy and going into the room of requirements. Okay. And Harry's gonna confront him at a certain point and use this Sectum Sempra spell he read about in his book, but it turns out to be deadly. Oh. Yeah, but luckily Snape saves Draco's life at the last second. Wow, so Harry must get in a ton of trouble. Not particularly, no. I feel like he's gotten into a bunch of trouble for much less than almost killing a student. Yeah, but no, this is all good. This is okay, though. Well, okay then. So then finally, Harry's gotta get this information from Slughorn, because the end of the year is approaching fast. Man, well, it's gonna be hard to get that secret out of Slughorn. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he uses the liquid luck. Oh, right, it's true. That thing he had the entire time that he could have used at any point. That's right. And so he finds out that Slughorn had told Voldemort about how to make Horcruxes and split his soul into multiple pieces and shove them into objects. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And so Dumbledore's like, right, okay, well, we already got two of the objects, and I think I know where the third is. Wait, so he already knew about the Horcruxes? I guess so, sir. But then to get this next Horcrux, Harry's got to force Dumbledore to drink some cursed water. Forcing old people to drink is tight. Okay, and so they head back to Hogwarts, and Draco has managed to get some Death Eaters into the school. Why does he need the Death Eater thing?
10 seconds
he
left.
needs to kill Dumbledore. So they help with that? No, he just kind of confronts him on his own. Oh, okay.
5 seconds
Snape
left.
pops out and kills Dumbledore instead of Draco. Oh no. So Harry's so upset, he chases Snape and the Death Eaters and tries to kill Snape with Sectum Sempra. Jeez. And then Snape knocks Harry down and he's like, hey, guess what? I'm the Half-Blood Prince. Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess if I had spent more time on that mystery, that would have been a bigger reveal, huh? Maybe. And Bellatrix wants to kill Harry, but Snape is like, no, he's for the Dark Lord. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right, okay. So they kidnap him and bring him to Voldemort? No, they just kind of leave him there. Oh, interesting strategy. And so, yeah, then everybody's pretty sad, and that's about it. What do you think? Well, I mean, honestly, it sounds like we're spending way too much time on teenage romance in this one. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, everybody's talking about those Twilight books, so I figure we can get in on that action. Oh, that's a good point. I like to pay you money. Thank you. And we only have one of these books left to adapt. One more movie, that's it. No more money. No more money. That's it.
Oh!
Yeah, the next Harry Potter movie. Yes, sir, I do. Let me tell you, stuff's getting real bad in the wizarding world. Oh, are we not going to make these movies good anymore? Well, that's going to come a couple years from now. What I mean is that Voldemort and the Death Eaters are coming to town. Uh-oh. Yeah, so Harry sends the Dursleys away for their protection. Hermione wipes her parents' memories away. Jeez. And another protection thing, too. So they forget all about her, and she's erased from all the pictures in the house, and it's very sad. So they're just going to think they have printed pictures of empty rooms and stuff? I guess so, yeah. What happens when they talk to anybody who knew they had a daughter, like friends or family? I don't know. Oh, Hermione's parents are in for some very confusing conversations. Probably, yes. So now the good guys need to help Harry escape by confusing the Death Eaters. How do they do that? Well, like half of them are gonna take Polyjuice Potion to look like him, so it's gonna be this wacky scene with a bunch of Harry Potters. So, hanging out with a bunch of shirtless copies of yourself is tight. It sure is, sir. So they fly up to the clouds, but a bunch of Death Eaters are waiting for them, so it's gonna be this massive battle. And then all the good guys fly into different directions. Unclear, but then Hedwig saves Harry's life and dies. Oh no, Bird Friend! And also Mad Eye Moody dies. Oh no,
One friendly remaining.
Was actually a completely different person for most of the time we ever saw him on screen. And because Hedwig gives away his real identity, shows up and attacks him. Those freaking guys, they had some good bird loyalty intel, huh? They sure did, sir. So
down to 15
attacks,
seconds.
But a wand technicality, and Harry's insane.
He
expires
does
in
have
10
some pretty
seconds.
fantastic plot armor, though. He truly does. So all the
Mission failed.
surviving wizards
All friendlies have been neutralized.
ഓടിയാ മതിയായിരുന്നു.
The house that was destroyed by Death Eaters in the last movie. Yeah, they rebuilt it, so everything's okay now. But they would still know where it was, right? That's the safest place they could think of. That's what we're going with. So then it's time for a wedding. They're gonna have a wedding while they're all being chased by Death Eaters. Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing. They're like, maybe especially now, it's important that we celebrate love and stuff. I guess that is a nice sentiment if it's like a little ceremony kind of under the radar. So then they have a massive wedding with a bunch of people and a bunch of Death Eaters attack it. Well, yeah, obviously, come on, wizards. So Harry and Ron and Hermione escape, and they decide they need to go find these Horcruxes. Oh boy, what kind of stuff are they gonna do? Oh, they're gonna break into the Ministry of Magic, which is now run by the bad guys, because Umbridge works there, and she has a Horcrux locket around her neck.
Be ready to
How
engage,
are they gonna
Op
break
4.
in? They're gonna use Polyjuice Potion to pretend like there are 3 people that work there. Wow, the Ministry of Magic would have some kind of safeguard against that kind of thing. Well, they don't. It seems like people would do that kind of thing all the time. Like, how can they be sure about anyone's identity ever? Hey, shut up, because they managed to get the locket and they keep going with their
10
adventure.
seconds.
Oh boy, so what's next? Camping. What? So much camping, sir. They're gonna
5 seconds to insertion.
Oh. All right, camp. Oh boy, are they gonna camp, sir? Okay, I got it. Okay, that's good. I got it with the camping. Can we move on from the camping? Not really. No, it's gonna be a while. Okay, does anything exciting happen while they're camping? A little bit, yeah. Like they take turns wearing the locket because it's evil and it does that thing to them. You know, like the ring in Lord of the Rings makes them get attacked by Sean Bean. You know, like it drives them a little insane and puts them in bad moods. Oh, that's not good. Dan, Ron's gonna end up getting jealous of Harry and Hermione, and he's gonna straight up leave. He's gonna stop camping with them. He's done with the camping, sir. Wow, that's pretty serious, I guess. They seemed really into camping. So eventually Harry's gonna find out that the Sword of Gryffindor is at the bottom of this frozen lake, and he needs it because it can destroy Horcruxes. Oh, that'll be useful, probably. Yeah, so he gets into this ice water to go get it, but that evil necklace starts choking him. Oh, been there. We got some water. Yes. Okay, cool. And so anyway, then Ron shows up and saves him. Oh, how did he find him? Well, it turns out that Dumbledore had left Ron this little thingy that lets you turn off lights when you need to find your friends. Wow, magic sure is convenient. Those are wildly different features for a thingy to have. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, sir. So then Ron is gonna stab this locket thing, but then it pops open and starts playing mind games with them. Oh, like what? Like it's gonna try to scare him with some spiders. Those are spooky. And then it shows him a fake vision of Harry and Hermione making out. That just seems like it would make him angrier and want to stab the locket. Yeah, that pisses him off, and then he stabs it. Yeah, really bad strategic planning there, Locket. What are you doing? And then later some Death Eaters are gonna chase them through the woods. Do they disapparate? No, see, they don't disapparate when I want there to be a good chase or fight scene, and so this is one of those moments. Oh, okay, gotcha. So then they're about to get caught, and so Hermione decides to deform Harry's face. So they're like,
Changing mag.
guys are like, wow, I wonder if this guy with the Harry Potter scar is Harry Potter or not.
Reload.
They put them all in a cell and Bellatrix starts torturing Hermione. Get out of that situation. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Convenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Harry talks
Op 4,
into
last
this
stop
magical
standing.
mirror that he has, and so that leads to Dobby, the house elf, coming to save him. Well, where did Harry get the mirror shard? Well, in the books,
Outside window.
he got the point. But how did he get it in the movies? Oh, I don't know, but he's gonna have it. Oh, okay.
Down to
so then
15
Dobby
seconds.
saves them all, but Bellatrix manages to kill Dobby. Oh no, little house
Time
elf
expires in
friend.
10 seconds.
Voldemort's gonna
Op
manage
4
to get
eliminated.
this thing called
Mission
the
successful.
Elder Wand from Dumbledore's tomb, and now he's super powerful, and he makes some very cool lightning. Oh boy, here we go. It's about to get crazy. Yeah. Well, go on. No. What? We're done. Oh, that's extremely unsatisfying. Yeah, well, you know, we gotta cut this thing off somewhere if we're gonna do this new thing where we cut it off into 2 parts. Oh, that's right. We are doing that thing, aren't we? Wow, I wonder if that's gonna catch on.
So, you have Deathly Hallows Part 2 for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. And I was thinking, you know, maybe it'd be cool if we split this into 2 parts as well. Oh, I don't. And then when we get to the next part, we split that in 2 as well, and then those 2 parts into 2 pieces each. No one could ever stop us mathematically. Sir, unfortunately, I think we're gonna kind of have to end it with this one. We're kind of tapped out here. Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. So anyway, what happens in this one? Right, so Harry and Ron and Hermione need to go into Bellatrix's vault at Gringotts because they think there's a Horcrux in there. So what do? Well, they use some frickin' Polyjuice potion to make Hermione look like her. Okay, so none of the major wizarding institutions check for Polyjuice potion. They can't detect that kind of thing. That's right, sir, just like at the Ministry, although this time the goblins are a little suspicious because they've been given a heads up. So what's the good guy's strategy here? Well, Harry uses the Imperious curse on the goblin that's suspicious of them, and he leads them to the vault. Isn't that an unforgivable curse? It is, yeah. Kinda a little messed up that he did that, isn't it? Well, Harry's a good guy, so it's kinda forgivable. Right, okay, so I guess he makes sure that this banker goblin who's just doing his job isn't harmed in any way. Oh, actually, no, while the goblin's under the curse, he gets burned alive by a dragon. Oh, my God. But the good guys get the Horcrux and fly away on the dragon, so that's nice, I guess. But now they gotta go find more Horcruxes, because they gotta Pokemon this situation, you know? They gotta catch them all. Is it gonna be hard to figure out where they all are? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? You can see when the plot demands it, Harry gets these visions showing him how to keep the story going, like where Voldemort might be or where the Horcruxes might be. Oh, that's very handy, and it's not a two-way thing, like Voldemort can't see where Harry is. Somehow he can't, no. So Harry and his friends go back to Hogwarts, which is now a terrible place being run by Snape. Okay. So they manage to regain control of it, and Voldemort tells everyone telepathically if they just give him Harry Potter, he won't attack the school. Oh, yikes. Yeah, and one of the Slytherins considers it, so McGonagall sends them all to the dungeons. Oh, because that's the Hogwarts house where it's just the evil kids. Exactly. I think that might
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
prophecy if this is how those kids are treated. No. It's just a triumphant moment where a teacher lost a bunch of 11-year-olds. Oh, okay. So now Harry's got to go talk to this ghost lady because she knows where a Horcrux is. Spooky. Go on. Well, I don't want to tell you because I told Voldemort back in the day and he was a real jerk about
10 seconds left.
Harry do. He's like,
You can worry less about grenades now.
okay. Wow. Anyway, now Voldemort
Down to 5 seconds.
Hogwarts with a bunch of Death Eaters. So did the good guys take some Felix Felicis Wonder Blood or something? No, they don't have any of that at the moment. Do they use a time turner to make sure they win? No, those are all broken now. Every one of those is broken. Do all the other wizarding schools come and help out as backup? Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about potentially helpful magical things we've established in previous Thanks, and so then there's a big old fight and a bunch of people are gonna die. A bunch of people die. I said that. That was really pretty evil of me. It really was. And I apologize. I don't know
Swapping max!
Some self-reflecting to do for sure. All right, so anyway, then Harry looks inside Voldemort's mind again, which is a thing he can do, and realizes that Voldemort's snake is a Horcrux. Wow, so I guess Voldemort must send that snake super far away, like to another country. No, the snake is straight up going around Hogwarts fighting people during the battles. Yeah, Neville's gonna end up killing it, actually. Oh, he is? Yeah, you can see this snake finds an old sword inside the judgy cocking hat and uses that to kill a snake that has a piece of a guy's soul in it.
Perimeter defense active.
They're kind of weird movies. Yeah, when you say these things out loud. Well, Voldemort... Because he realizes that the Elder One is probably tied to Snape, you know, because he's the one who killed Dumbledore, the previous owner. Yikes. So Harry takes some of Snape's tears and puts them inside that, you know, the bowl of backstories there. Oh, and what does he see in there? Well, sir, it turns out that Snape wasn't actually evil this whole time. He just really wanted to hook up with Harry's mom back in the day. Oh, my God. No, but like in a nice redemptive way, you know, like he was kind of helping Harry this whole time.
Loading magazine!
Okay, you know, in terms of past...
Dispatching grenade!
We keep saying that thing about how he has
Swapping
eyes. That's, you know, that's super important.
Op 4, last operator
so
standing.
Angry at these pigs. They don't like them at all. Yeah. You hear what I said, though? Yeah. No, I heard what you said, for Okay, great. So then Harry finds out that Voldemort is inside him. Oh. No, like a part of his soul is inside him. So Harry's gotta die or Voldemort won't die. Oh no. Yeah, so he actually lets Voldemort kill him. Wow. So then he goes to a weird limbo train station with a baby Voldemort, and Dumbledore is like, hey, you can go be alive again if you want. That's fine. You can go do that. Oh, he can.
15
Well,
seconds
that's-
left. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Magic is very useful for, making movies continue. It sure is, sir. So then Voldemort and Harry are gonna fight again while being clouds and making scary faces at each other. What? And then the freaking Elder Wand kind of backfires on Voldemort and kills him, because through some technicality, it was actually Harry's wand at that point, kinda. This freaking lucky child. He's just the luckiest child, sir. Wow, wow, wow. Well, so then 19 years later, they're all grown up, so we're gonna need some pretty convincing makeup work to make them look older. Would you settle for unconvincing? I would. Great. And then we find out that Harry named his son Albus Severus Potter. He named him after the guy who really, really wanted to be with his mom. That's right. That's a little weird, but at least he got that Albus name in there. That's kind of nice. Yeah, the headmaster that wanted to knowingly let Voldemort kill him at the perfect moment. Oh my god, what? And then secretly plotted with the guy that was into his mom for years. All right, I mean, I guess you can name your kids.
You ready to
whatever
engage
you
Op
want.
4?
Yes, sure can. And so what do you think? Well, it sounds like a great ending, Thank you. Yeah. How long do you think we have to wait till we start milking this again? A few years at most. Fantastic. Hi guys, Ryan here. Thanks for watching that pitch
Deploying
meeting.
mobile
Again, know this
cover.
pitch meeting is
10
now on
seconds
very
left.
old channels. If you haven't subscribed yet, that would help out a lot. And of course, you can also
Down
hit
to
the
5
like button
seconds.
and the notification button, or leave a 2,000-word comment about something.
Laying out the welcome mat. ADS
And
deployed.
let me know what pitches you'd like to see next. Okay, bye. I gotta leave.
You can stop worrying.
So you have a Star Wars prequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Okay, right off the bat, that sounded awesome, and I'm gonna steal it for the script. Yeah, go for it, thanks. So what happens in the movie? Well, I'd like to gear this one towards kids a lot more, Makes sense, that'll help us sell toys. So what I did was focus heavily on politics. Oh, kids love politics. Oh yeah, my kids will not shut up about politics. Same here, they're like, Dad, can we go read some books on trade regulation? And I'm like, shut up and play with your Nintendo 64, you nerds. Well, your kids are gonna love this movie, because a major part of it has to do with the taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is tight. Oh yeah. So anyway, the greedy Trade Federation blockades this planet Naboo in preparation for an invasion, right? Okay. So the Chancellor of the Republic is gonna send Obi-Wan Kenobi and his master Qui-Gon Jinn to negotiate with the Viceroy. So Obi-Wan is an apprentice in this movie. Well, in the opening text scroll, we're gonna call him a Jedi Knight, and at the end of the movie, we're gonna have a thing where he becomes a Jedi Knight. The Jedi's so nice, they knighted him twice, exactly. Hasn't he already said that Yoda is the one who trained him, though? Yeah, whatever. Fair enough. So is Obi-Wan like the main character in this thing? Well, I wouldn't say that. So who's the main character? I don't know. Probably not important to know that anyway. Anyway, so this bad guy Darth Sidious...
Op 4, last stop standing.
Do that. They're gonna battle droids to shoot at them. Oh, I like the sound of battle droids.
Friendly's
It's hard to
victorious.
destroy them.
Hostiles
No,
eliminated.
super easy. Very inconvenient. Oh, really? Yeah, they're really bad at their job, and the Jedi cut through them like butter. They don't sound very threatening. They won't be. So what happens next? Well, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are gonna use Force Speed to run super fast and escape. Oh, Force Speed. I bet that's gonna come in handy later in the movie. They will never use it again. Oh, they won't. Okay. And then they're gonna see that there's a droid army preparing to invade Naboo, so they're gonna be like, we have to go warn them. So what do? They sneak onto the droid ships. They're gonna try to warn the Naboo of an invading army by flying in with the invading army. That's right. Huh. And then they're gonna end up on Naboo and meet this creature, Jar Jar Binks. Oh, what's he like? Oh, he's gonna be a fan favorite. He's like a giant lizard rabbit thing that says funny stuff. What kind of funny stuff? Like, oh, dis'm gonna be messy, me no watching. Okay. And at another point, he's gonna be like, you should follow me now, Okie Day. I'm not sure I get it. Well, trust me, people are gonna love Jar Jar. If you say so. He's also gonna be banished from his society. Oh, being an outcast is actually
Friendly
pretty
drone
badass.
deployed.
What did
Op
he do?
4
He
is
was too
reinforcing its
clumsy.
location.
Oh, okay, never mind. So anyway, he's gonna tag along with the Jedi for the rest of the movie. How come? Because that works. And they're all gonna rescue Queen Amidala from a couple of droids and then escape through the blockade. Is that gonna be hard to do? No, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Wow. So then they're gonna go to Tatooine and
10 seconds to go.
a new part for their ship. Bummer. And Jar Jar's gonna step and poo. Are people
5
gonna think
seconds
that's
to
funny?
insertion.
Yeah, poop is hilarious. Well, okay then. So Qui-Gon is gonna try to buy the part he needs at one of the smaller shops he finds. Do they
The
have it?
diffuser is
Yeah,
no
the
longer in
flying
your
bug
possession.
salesman says he has the only one in town. Is he telling the truth? I don't know. Qui-Gon's gonna take his word for it and not check anywhere else. So Qui-Gon's gonna buy it. If anyone's willing to
The
exchange
diffuser is
credits
now
for other
secure.
currency. No, he's gonna set up an elaborate bet
Deploying
involving
plane.
a space
Flood
race
online.
thing called pod racing. Okay, this sounds overly complicated. It's so you can sell video games. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. And this boy is actually Anakin Skywalker. Oh, very interesting, like a teenage Darth Vader. No, like a teeny tiny little boy Darth Vader. Oh, people want to see Darth Vader as a little boy, right? Maybe. Exciting stuff. And he and Queen Amidala are gonna have kind of a mother-son dynamic going on. Oh, that's cute. And in the next movies, they're gonna bang. What? Anyway, so Qui-Gon says that Anakin is strong with the Force. and he
Let's
wants to
deploy.
get his midichlorian count. Midichlorians? Oh yeah, the microscopic light forms that allow the host to detect the Force. So now we're saying that to use the Force, you need to have a bunch of microscopic life forms in your blood? That's right, and we're also going to imply that midichlorians are what fathered Anakin. We're implying that tiny life forms somehow banged Darth Vader's mom. Something like that. I guess that adds to his backstory. So anyway, then they're going to ditch Anakin's mom and go to Coruscant for a bunch of politics and meeting and talking and talking and talking and talking. I hope that takes up a big chunk. Oh yeah, a solid 30-40 minutes. I love it. And Qui-Gon is going to explain to the Jedi Council that Anakin is special and needs to be trained, and they're going to be like, how come? They say he's too old and they sense fear in him, and they all just feel really weird about it. So their plan is to just hope it all works out pretty much. Then the characters are going to go back to Naboo. So what do they do with Anakin? They can't just bring a child to a war zone. They're going to bring a child to a war zone. Interesting choice. Yeah. And they have to pass the blockade, and now the blockade. Because that works. And then we're going to have a grand finale with a whole lot of stuff. Oh, what kind of stuff? Well, this Qui-Gon. Oh no, and he's almost gonna kill Obi-Wan. Oh, taking on 2 Jedis. I can't wait to see what this bad guy does in future movies. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's just gonna stand there while Obi-Wan does a bunch of acrobatics and cuts him in half. Wow. And then Anakin is gonna accidentally blow up the ship that's controlling all the droids. He's gonna be like, now this is pod racing. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because he's like this. This is pod racing, but it's not pod racing, right? No, it's not. So
15
why does he
seconds.
say that? Because he's all excited. So he's like,
1 op 4 remaining.
This is
10
pod
seconds
racing.
remaining.
Okay, so how does the movie end? Well, then the Jedi are going to let Obi-Wan train
5
Anakin.
seconds left.
Why? Because Qui-Gon did that.
Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
So what's changed?
1 friendly operator remaining.
So what do you think of the movie? Well, I'll tell you one thing. This movie, I doubt we'll ever see any Star Wars prequels ever again. Probably a good move. So, you have a new Star Wars movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. I'm really excited to get started on this one. CGI technology has come a long
Diffuser
way.
was
Oh, it
disabled.
has. Oh,
Failed.
it has. So I think we should use it in, every scene, every single scene. I don't know if that's necessary, sir. Most of the script is people standing around talking about politics. Well, what better way to make those scenes more interesting than by having them be 95% computer generated? I feel like there might be a better way. We can also make most of the characters in CGI too. It just feels like as technology gets better through the years, this might not age well. I don't think you understand how good this CGI is gonna look. It's gonna be photorealistic if the photo is a screenshot of a PS2 cutscene. Oh, like a PlayStation 2 cutscene. That does sound fancy. Yeah, it's never gonna get any better than that. We need to go all in right now. You're probably right. Oh, I am. So what happens in the movie? Oh, well, at the beginning of the movie, Padme's decoy is gonna be killed in an assassination attempt. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be really sad. As she's dying, she's gonna be like, I'm sorry I failed
Friendly
you.
drone
Failed
deployed.
her? Wasn't
Op
that
4
literally
is
her job?
reinforcing
Yeah,
its
she didn't
location.
really understand the job description, because she did great. Wow. So anyway, Obi-Wan and Anakin are assigned to protect Padme just in case there's another attempt on her life. Now what's going on with Anakin? Well, he's about 10 years older now, and boy does he have his creepy pervert stare on lock. Oh, good for him. Yeah, he's like obsessed with Padme.
10
so
seconds
he's
to
gonna
go.
be throwing those in her direction the whole movie. Oh, he is? Yeah, at a certain point it's gonna get so
5
bad that
seconds to
Padme's gonna
insertion.
have to be like, please stop looking at me like that, and that's just gonna make it worse. So anyway, they have to keep Padme safe, right? So they place her in a secure room or something? No,
No, they put her in a normal room with a big old window. But they stay in there with her? No, they had some cameras in there, but she shut them off because Anakin was uncomfortable always watching her in a creepy way. Oh, this guy's a predator. Yeah, Darth Vader's a real horn dog. Jeez. So anyway, this flying thing shows up and plops murder worms into her room. Murder worms? Why not explosives again? Well, after they killed the decoys, the bad guys decided they needed to be a little more discreet. Why? I don't know. Well, okay. So Anakin and Obi-Wan save her and then chase down the assassin. Very exciting. Yeah, and it turns out the assassin was hired by another assassin. Wait, an assassin hired an assassin? Yeah, the assassin hired an assassin to assassinate somebody and then followed the assassin to supervise the assassination and then assassinated the assassin when the assassination went wrong. Okay, I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense, but you said the word assassin so much, I'm all thrown off, and I'm just gonna go with it. Great, so what else happens? Well, Padme needs to be protected some more because there's all kinds of incompetent assassins after her. Right. So the Jedi decide that Anakin wants to go with her to her romantic home planet and take care of her. Oh, were there not any other Jedi? Oh, there are a ton of other Jedi. Responsible curvy one with incomplete training. Interesting choice. Yeah, besides, all the important Jedi need to sit around and talk about their feelings, so they can't go. Right, they freaking love talking about their feelings. So Anakin and Padme head over to Naboo, and he's just trying super hard to get into her space. Not into it, not at all.
4 last stop standing.
With a little speech about how much he, frickin' hates sand. Oh, and that's what does it to her.
User
He
is
also
no
calls
longer
her
in your
soft
possession.
and touches her exposed skin without permission. Oh, dissing sand and rubbing skin is tight. Oh yeah, it's irresistible. So she kisses him and then she's like, oh no, I can't. Because she met him when she was a child and this whole thing is super weird. No, she's over that now. Now it's because she's a senator and he's a Jedi. Is that not allowed? Nope, it's not. Why not? Because, well, okay then. Anyway, then Anakin's gonna have a dream that is
One friendly operator remaining.
Okay. When he finds her, she's like, now I'm complete, and she dies. Oh my god. Yeah, and then Anakin just massacres the Tusken Raiders that kidnapped her and then heads back to Padme. Jeez, does he tell her what he did? Yeah, he's like, I didn't just kill the men, I killed everyone. The children.
Op 4 eliminated.
Or something monstrous like that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Wait, was that a hack?
Seems like that makes her like him even more. 'Cause a couple of scenes later, she's like, I truly, deeply love you. That is how women talk. Oh, I'm glad you said that, because I've never spoken to a real one, so I just took a wild guess. So is there anything else going on in this movie besides the love story? That will be most of it, to be honest. Oh, people will be into that, right? Fingers crossed. But we're also gonna have Obi-Wan wandering around investigating stuff. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's gonna find this place where some aliens are building a big clone army. Why are they doing that? Because like 10 years ago, a Jedi named Sifo-Dyas told them to and then died. Oh, tell me more about this Sifo-Dyas. No. Oh, okay. Anyway, so eventually Obi-Wan gets held captive on Geonosis by a bad guy named Count Dooku. Okay. And so Padme and Anakin try to rescue him, but they get captured too. Oh, no. Yeah, so they all get put in this big arena so they can be killed by monsters. Wouldn't it be better for the bad guys to just kill them immediately instead of placing them in a situation where they can escape? Probably, but then the movie would be...
എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് നിർത്തുകയാണ് കാരണം ഐ ഗസ് ആനിമെ കാണാനുണ്ട് ആൻഡ് ഐ ഗസ് എനിക്ക് വലിയ ഡെയിലീസ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ല ഇനി നാളെയും കൂടെ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഐ തിങ്ക് ഒരു മാസത്തേക്ക് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഏപെക്സ് കാണത്തില്ല സോ മോസ്റ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലി ഞാൻ വാലറന്റിലേക്ക് തിരിച്ച് ചാടും ഓർ കോപ്പിറൈറ്റ് ഇല്ലാതെ ഫോർട്ട്നൈറ്റ് കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയ അതും കൊള്ളാം ബട്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് തിങ്ക് അബൌട്ട് വാട്ട് ഐ എം സപ്പോസ് ടു ഡു എനിവേസ് ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് എന്തായാലും ഞാൻ നിർത്തുകയാണ് ഐ നോ 1 മണിക്കൂർ ആയതേ ഉള്ളൂ ഐ ഡിഡ്ന്റ് പ്ലേ മച്ച് ബട്ട് I guess I have to catch up on some stuff. And until then, goodbye, GG's, and to be continued. Bye bye.